actually a female velociraptor. As you can see, she has quite an appetite for Listersaurus today. Blue being the alpha, she always gets first cracking at food. That's one of the raptors about to have competition. It is an Allosaurus, but not just any Allosaurus. This is the same Allosaurus that almost killed Jax in the last episode. They all jump on the way. Blue jumps on the Allosaurus prey, and looks like Blue has just spotted one. Over there lies a lone Parasaurolophus. Looks like Blue and her sisters managed to take down this giant hadrosaur. And then they start gorging. Sadly, the feast is going to be cut short. Sadly, trouble has arrived. See, and suddenly, it's because he knew he saved her. Without him, Blue could potentially die. Speaking of Blue, thank God she's alive. Delta and Echo are four female velociraptors, and it looks like they appear to have spotted a carcass. As soon as they start gorging, the culprit for this attack is Apex, the alpha male raptor. Looks like that carcass actually belongs to him and his after some fighting, it looks like Blue and her sisters have underestimated the strength and max of Apex. Not wanting to get any more trouble, Blue and them decide to scurry away, utterly baffled. Blue and them still cannot forget what this raptor almost caused them. Thanks to Ghost, she almost killed Blue. But unfortunately, it's not just Ghost, as Tiger also is here to the party, along with Red and Pantera, to seem to have made it to the new sanctuary. Also, guys, I'm sorry for the call. This Ripper has got Blue by the tail. He instantly starts pinning her to the ground. He's preparing to kill her, just like how he did to Molly. When suddenly, it is Blue's sisters, Delta, Echo, and Charlie. They came to her aid, but sadly, it looks like they underestimated the strength of this giant killer. He easily chucks them all off and begins an attack of his own. Before Charlie can get up, Ripper grabs Charlie by the ankle and then cracks it with a single bite. Before shaking her around like a dog toy, and then tosses her. That's when Ripper charges at her to finish her off. It's also Stripe, Echo, and Delta. Blue and Delta and Echo have not forgotten about Ripper. When Ripper has killed their sister, Charlie, Blue and them have been furious at Ripper ever since. And now Delta and Echo, come and save her. Ripper is getting really angry, and that's when he throws both of them down, and then he makes a fatal move. He picks up Delta, and then crushes her ribcage, killing her instantly. He does the same with Echo. By someone, and he goes and gets up to face whoever dared to shove him, and that's when his fear came true. They found him. Apex and Axel. My sister screeches. She knows Apex and Axel when she sees them, and then she proceeds to defend her friend.
Well, the location is at least 2 miles away from the other. Right now we can see 2 Listersaurus appear to be grazing on this dense land. However, of course,
like a moth to a flame, there's always a predator stalking something on this island. Blue. You see, ever since it's already been a season since she's lost all of her sisters, and now because she's a lone raptor, this makes her very vulnerable to attacks. And so because of the lack of a pack, she's gonna have to hunt for food. So we think. Stalking her is a Ceratosaurus. But it's not just any Ceratosaurus, it is the new character, Shamrock, the green Ceratosaurus we discovered back in the last episode when he was stalking Fujiwara in that nest. Looks like he's back to claim a meal, and sadly, he's going to steal that Listersaurus carcass if there's anything Blue can do about it. Unfortunately, as it looks like it's the end for poor Stripe, that's when Lewis just jumped on Shamrock. Well, he flips over. Shamrock is so furious at the both of them right now, but the both of them stare him down, ready to fight again. Because of the overwhelming strength, unfortunately, Shamrock being humiliated and of course too hungry to even carry on, he sadly gives up, and so he walks away empty-handed again. and so it dive bombs.
Thankfully misses, and Freddy dives into the bushes. As Kate is ready to protect her son, Sledgehammer is scared too, since he is smaller, and this thing could easily peck his heart out with that giant beak of its. Oh, Sledgehammer and Kate are having the time of their lives. They're grazing with the rest of the herbivores. Freddy is also loving it. In the form of none other than the platonic partners themselves, Kate and Sledgehammer. And of course, her son, Freddy. Herbivore species crawling all over the plains, such as this first new species we seem to have on the show, is called a sticky mohawk. Contrary to belief, sticky mohawk is actually a juvenile Pachycephalosaurus. You see, scientists have discovered as Pachycephalosaurus grow up, their spikes on the back of their heads grow shorter, as their domes become larger and their skulls become rounded. So thus, thanks to this sticky mohawk, which we're going to refer to as Sledgehammer, he is the alpha male of this small but yet fierce group of sticky mohawks. Today is not going to be all cupcakes and rainbows, because unfortunately, however, what all these animals are failing to realize is that they are traveling underneath a cavern that has collapsing boulders that can crush them all and kill them all at any second. Without no hesitation, Sledgehammer makes it, but sadly, as Sledgehammer is walking away, suddenly he hears a noise. Suddenly, it is a Herrerasaurus. It seems like he's targeted Sledgehammer as his prey victim today. Or should I say, they. Herrerasauruses tend to come in packs, and they will attack anything that seems food to them. They will What then? Kate's horns has just pierced right through the body of this giant pterosaur. He's been considering to rejoin another stinging blood herd, but the thing is, he's quite scarred of his last herd's death, and most importantly, well, a certain someone. Because of this sledgehammer, he just cannot bring himself to do it. And now, since he has a best friend, he does not want to, since he loves Kate very much, he will vow to protect her. What is he doing? He's protecting us. But why? We'll explain later. Away, we see. But suddenly, as Fujiwara is about to catch himself a Gallimimus, if you don't know what this Stegosaurus, he is Horus the Stegosaurus. And if you remember, him and Fujiwara have some beef. In the last episode, these guys got into a fight. Badly been cut by Horus's Thagomizers. Not wanting any more trouble, Fujiwara instead turns and walks away again. Because he caught him off guard, he actually managed to get some nice front hold. Before he can get up, he hears an all too familiar noise. Stares at Jackson in amazement and disbelief that he
but he knows he has to do what's right in order to protect what's left of his herd, and of course, himself. So, are staring down this beast. Stormclaw is not willing to give up, so he attacks again. He shoves down Jax. That's when it arrives, but he's gonna hurt Jax. Horse missed with his tail swipe. He grabs Horse by the tail. He shoves Horse down. That's when Stormclaw targets Horse's left back leg, grabs it, and then he starts goring Horse. This pony is goring his leg. What was left of him? Jax is not believing he's dead. Right now he's trying to wake him up. You can see there's cuts and bruises and there's bites all over him. He's wondering who did this. But then he gets his answer.